Namaskar to everyone. So, as we all know, this time we are celebrating the International Yoga Day with the theme of Yoga for One Earth and One Health. Now, basically, when we talk about One Earth and One Health, it talks about many other things, because yoga believes in union. Yoga defines one of the very powerful aspects of yoga, and it elaborates that unification or union between the individual soul with the universal soul is yoga. Now, what we have to follow, what we have to practice in today's time is this union. It is this union, it is this science which can heal the people, which can heal the world, which can heal the scars, which can heal the wounds of the people. Yoga always gives the knowledge and information for the humanity. Yoga talks very clearly that every individual soul is potentially divine, and every soul, every individual, whether no matter they belong to what caste, creed or category or what country they belong to, that purity, that sanctity is present inside every soul. So, it is very important that one should practice yoga at all the levels. Yoga as a practice, as a holistic science, is very, very effective to improve the physical health of a person. Now, physical health of the person can be improved by the practice of prescribed asanas, and along with that, purificatory methods, shatkarmas, bandhas and mudras, with the proper diet. So, if you have any health issues, you can learn from the qualified physician about the practice of yoga, and see that what all practices you can do, what all practices you will have to avoid in terms of asanas, then followed with purificatory methods of shatkarmas, the shatkarmas which can help you to improve your health and which can assist you towards your health, and then followed with the bandhas and mudras. Along with this, diet plays a major part, so diet also has to be practiced. Now, as we all know that every individual, whoever is present in this world, whenever there is a stimulus, whenever there is stress, whenever there is an imbalance in the normal mental frame of a person, there is a direct impact on the pranic energy. So, there are 72,000 nadis or 3.5 lakh nadis, whatever school you follow. But everybody talks about the nadis and the prana. Prana is just like an electrical current which passes through these nadis, just like a wire. So, through that wire, electric current passes. So, these nadis, they become a channel through which this prana flows, and that electrical impulse is present throughout the body. Now, wherever there is a obstruction in the normal flow of the prana or this electrical universal cosmic energy, there you find the disease or any health condition. So, when we talk about the holistic wellness or holistic health, it is very important that you must know what all practices are very, very beneficial, what all practices will help you to correct the proper flow of nadis and the prana, mainly the prana which is flowing inside the nadis. So then if you are a healthy person, definitely you can start with the breathing exercises followed with the pranayamas, nadi shodhan pranayam. Then based on the temperature, based on the weather and based on the constitution, you can select Bhastrika, Brahmari, Shitali or Surya Bhedan or any other pranayam whichever is suitable to you. If you have any health issues, if you have any health disease, if you have any disease, then definitely you can take the consultation from your yoga and naturopathy physician and follow the practices prescribed. Now, we all know that the flow of prana is totally dependent on the mental condition of a person. Suppose you like somebody's words or somebody's actions and immediately just observe your breath. You will see there is a change in the breath. If you like, the breathing will be different. If you don't like, the breathing will be different. If you dislike something, it may generate the sensations like anger, like uneasiness, and its impact will be seen at your pranic level. If you like somebody, again your breathing will be changed. You will start feeling happiness, some sensory experiences. So it is very important that you balance this mental sheath also by the practice of certain meditations, preferably chakra sadhana, because chakras are the practices, chakras are the centers which are directly related to the pranic body also. So chakra meditation is the best and the most powerful practice, and then followed with other simple meditations like your nadi shuddha, your yoga nidra or kriya yoga practices, omkar sadhana. Even though omkar sadhana is one of the very powerful practices, but most of the people don't understand the exact tal matra of chanting the omkar, and there are many misconceptions about chanting the omkar. So try to learn properly and then practice omkar sadhana. So meditation, then music therapy, raga therapy, sound healing, there are different techniques through which you can calm down your mind. And then to nourish your intellect, you can practice swadhyaya in Ishwar Pranidhan. So a practitioner of yoga always follows a holistic approach. He will never be only worried to take care of his physical body, which is seen by the people, which is felt externally. But a yogic practitioner will see that his physical body, his pranic body, his mental body, his intellectual body, his bliss body is in alignment with each other. So it is very, very important that for one earth, one health, you need one complete holistic approach, and that approach can be given only by the practice of yoga. So as we approach towards the holistic approach of yoga towards the whole humanity, we have to understand its sustainability. Now, yoga as a practice, when we start yam niyam and the practices of yamas and niyamas, which are in deep to its core values, we understand very well that if you start practicing yamas and niyamas, if you start practicing asanas, pranayamas, you don't need any external things. And when every individual, including you, me or anybody, when individually you start practicing ahimsa, satyaste, brahmacharya, parigraha, soch, santosh, tap, swadhyaya, ishwar pranidhan, so individually we start developing the aura around us, and you start having and giving an impact on others. It does not take anything from you, because for practicing non-violence you need a proper mind, a dedicated mind, that from today you are not going to harm anybody. If you want to be if you want to be truthful in your life, only thing what you require is your true mind. So it is very important that when everybody starts following yoga, and when yogic principles are imparted inside every individual which are present on the earth, automatically yoga helps you to sustain your health at the same time without affecting others on your body and mind. At the same time, when you start practicing, you will see there is a change inside others also. Like if you start practicing yoga and you start living that lifestyle, so you don't have to tell other people why they are violent and why they are like this, because if you are established in your practices, naturally you will have a direct impact on everybody's life around you. So yoga will help you to change the whole humanity. Yoga will help you to change or have or give an impact on the whole humanity. So it is very, very important that every individual who wants to change inside, who wants to bring change inside him or outside, first take a oath that they have to practice yoga themselves first. Because unless and until you change, nothing changes. Because if your expectation is that you are right and whole world is wrong, sometimes it is reverse actually. You may be wrong and whole world may be right. So what is important, first change yourself, and yoga starts helping you, and it will improve and increase the sustainability of every individual to live in a very healthy and happy atmosphere. Why? Because we all know that today, because of mental conflicts, because of violence, because of greed, because of anger, because of many other such things, we are not in a correct frame of mind. Sometimes we run behind money, sometimes we run behind pleasures of the life. But in both the ways, what is affecting us? Your mind is disturbed. And when your mind is disturbed, you will not be able to take any right decisions in your life. You cannot take right decisions when you are disturbed mentally. And physically, if you start seeing your own body, you will see, because of the mind complex, because of the stress in the mind, your pranic body is disturbed, and physically, at your physical level, you will have the diseases also. So yoga basically teaches you physically to live a very healthy and happy life. At the level of pranic level, it helps you to balance all the panch pranas, cleanse all the nadis, balance all the chakras. Then mentally your waves in the mind becomes calm. You don't run behind the things. All the kleshas which are deeply rooted inside us starts becoming weak. And by the practice of dharana, dhyana and samadhi, you can remove these kleshas which are the root cause of everybody's suffering. If you have suffering, if you have any health issues, it may be because of rag towards something or dvesh towards something, which is having an impact on your mind, and ultimately because of that you may be suffering. There are chances that even though people are there to guide you, but because of your asmita and avidya, you are not listening to them. So these kleshas are deeply affecting your health physically and mentally. So when you start practicing yoga, yoga gives you a platform where you can do introspection, that where you are wrong and how it can be corrected. So it is very, very important that one should practice yoga to lead a very healthy and happy life. Now, when we are discussing about the yoga day, we have to understand why yoga is very important for all of us, irrespective of whichever path or faith you follow. Because this is the righteous path which gives you the intellect, which gives you the knowledge to get connected with everybody. It does not say that who is bigger, who is smaller. Yoga gives the energy and courage to you to see everybody as equal. Collective health is very, very important, and that is promoted by the practice of yoga. Now, collective health, when we use this word collective health, so one side you can say that it is your own individual health, maybe a person's health, but he is not worried about the other people inside his society, inside his family. Now, when you have that unconditional divine love for every individual around you, and you don't have any enmity with anybody, automatically you will start living for others. You will start following asteya aparigraha. You will not try to steal or encroach or try to take the things which does not belong to you. So what will happen? You will try to give what you have with you, and what you have with you is yogic knowledge. So automatically from one, it starts going to the second person, then it goes to third person, then it goes to fourth person, and like this, from one person, yoga reaches to the whole family. Whole family starts practicing it. Whole family starts experiencing the effects of yoga. Then from that family, it goes to the next family. Then like this, the whole community, then the whole small town, and the whole city, and the whole country, and the whole world. So you have to understand, when we talk about yoga, yoga is not limited to any one individual. We always, as a Sanatani, we have always believed that whole world is one family, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. And this is what is the information and the knowledge yoga also shares with you. So, collective health of you, your family, your country, or the whole world is very, very important, because it is not just the health of a physical body we are talking. If whole world is physically healthy, it is good. But if the whole world is mentally healthy, and there are no mental conflicts, there are no wars, there are no enemies exist, and nobody says I am bigger or you are bigger. When you understand the human values, that is the place, and that is the way yoga believes. And yoga is the only thing which gives you this information. Yoga gives you the liberty to be equal with anybody. And when you are seeing everybody with the same equal eyes, remember, you are bigger than everybody then. So it is very important that we all should focus on the collective health. And at the same time, when this is there, you get connected with the people, you get connected with the nature, you get connected with natural laws, you start protecting the nature. What you do? Instead of harming the nature, instead of disturbing the nature, you start protecting it. Because you understand very well that without nature, you cannot survive. You cannot even expect to be alive without nature. And this sensitivity of nature also is given to you with the practice of yoga. It is very, very important that you live in harmony with the nature, so that nature protects you. When you start disturbing the nature, automatically nature starts taking the revenge, or Forget about revenge. If nature starts protecting itself because it is being disturbed by us, you all know that what happens in the world. So collective approach of health, so that there shouldn't be any conflict. People, those who are negative towards one, or those who think that if you don't belong to those particular category, you are not fit to be called as humans, or you are not fit to be called as whatever you say, that whole thought itself becomes wrong, because yoga never allows that. Yoga gives you liberty to see with the eyes of equality. And when the supreme consciousness or supreme divine father or mother or Ishvara has given birth to you, you are born as a human, and as a human it is your duty to spread this knowledge of humanity, spread this knowledge of yoga, spread this knowledge of equality and the health to the whole universe. And remember why yoga is so important, because other than yoga, almost everybody talks about conflicts. Yoga never talks about any conflicts, because yoga gives you that liberty. Other than yoga, there is nothing in the world which gives you liberty to do anything. Everywhere there are rules and regulations that if you do this, then only you are right. If you do this, you are wrong. But yoga, there is nothing wrong. It gives you open hand, that if you have done something wrong also, by thinking that others are wrong and you are right, that is a mistake. Come back to the field of yoga. Do your purification, do shuddhi of your karmas, remove the kleshas, remove the rag, dvesh from your system, and spread this knowledge of yoga throughout the world. Spread this knowledge. So like this, yoga connects every individual, and it plays a major role in global unity. Why India is, it was always, but in between we were disturbed, or we were disturbed actually by many invaders, but still yoga never vanished. It existed during the tough times also. And today when favorable situation is there, it is blossoming like a beautiful rising sun. So remember, this is the only way which can help you to connect globally without any differentiation of right, wrong, big, small, anything. So it is very, very important that we all get connected with the yogic values and yogic principles. Now, when we are in accordance with the yoga and nature cure, remember, nature cure is the world's oldest living modality on the planet. First, nature came, nature started healing, nature's healing properties, and from that nature's healing properties and nature, remaining everything has come, including everything, whatever you see in the life. So, yoga and nature cure are not different actually, because yoga also is as old as nature, and everything follows after that. Only everything comes after that, right? So it is very, very important that we all understand the value of yogic life today. We all understand the value of nature cure today. We all understand, because see, how can you believe that whatever things you are consuming from outside are in its purest form, which is explained in the text? And after having any type of, or after following any type of modality, still you have the same problem. So why don't you try yogic practice now? So when you start following yoga, when you start following practices, and mainly from the schools, those who have a very long history, who follow a tradition, who follow a core yogic tradition, so they give you the proper value, and they give you the proper information also about yoga. So one side yoga can become a preventive measure, at this another side it becomes a curative side also, curative measure also. Definitely whatever God has given to you in a physical body, if it is disturbed or if it is imbalanced, again it is highly impossible for anybody to bring it back to same alignment. But definitely with the practice of other modalities, starting from modern medicine to Ayurveda or naturopathy or Siddha, homeopathy or any other therapies, you can bring it close to the normal. But if you want to bring in alignment, and if you want to be a very healthy person in your life, other than yoga, nothing is there. Because there is no medicine which can remove the cause of the stress which you are undergoing right now. Can any medicine go to the root cause of that stress or that anxiety or depression and remove that? There is no medicine, there is nothing. But yogic practices are such that it helps you to cleanse your senses, it helps you to cleanse your mind, it helps you to cleanse the kleshas, because all the sufferings, all the experiences, whether they are sensory or whether they are physical, it is because of the kleshas. So yoga only helps you to remove those kleshas. And not just remove the kleshas, completely eradicate from your system if you practice it sincerely. So as a alternative thing, or as a independent system also, yoga as a practice can be integrated with any other system. Definitely it can be done. But remember, if you give, or if you understand the importance of yoga, and if you understand the value of yoga, you can directly walk in the path of yoga, and you can remove that limitation of just healing or treating your physical body. Because for your mind, suppose the stress and the symptoms related to stress, or the pranic body or intellectual body or the bliss body, if there are any problems in this body, no one on this planet can help you other than yoga. And because we have conflicts in the mind, we have conflicts and we have disturbances in our mental and intellectual sheath, we have these problems in the world. So there is only one way, there is only one answer, there is only one way which can help everybody out from all the problems of individual or the whole universe, is yoga. So practice yogic principles and practice yoga in its true pure form without any dilution in the path of yoga. Follow the actual yogic path.